And we are back doing the Sisters of Eve Epic Arc, the Bloodstained Stars. This is part 3 of that, so if you've been following along, thank you so much for following along. We got a little distracted last time, but I'm pretty confident that we are finishing it up today. So let's just kind of dive in and get started here. We're in our ship. Oh, I did want to show you guys that the DPS we have running now is pretty good. We've trained up a lot of skills. Got 122.1 with the current setup, and if we switch to gammas instead of the radios, you can see we're at 151.4, which should be more than enough to take on Dagon, so no problems there. Alright, yes, let's exit the sim. Are we ready? Are we ready to do this? So what I'm envisioning for this episode is finishing up the Epic Arc, grabbing all of our stuff, and carting it all the way back to what is our new home in the Amarr Empire. We did move over the weekend from Pasha, the starting system we were in, to someplace else. And I'll not disclose the location of that just because I want to keep that as my own private thing. But yeah, that's that. We also joined a corporation, which they're called the Hideaway Hunters, based in Caldari space. Awesome group of people. Really enjoying doing some EVE Online with those guys. I don't know how much of them you'll see on stream because, you know, I want to make sure I have people's permission before I just like throw them on camera. So maybe we'll do some collabs down in the future. Right now we're still just going to be doing a lot of solo stuff on stream, so there's that. But I did want to give them a shout out because they have been amazing, new player friendly, so if you're looking for a group to hang out with, they are the ones to do it. And I feel like so we missed Saturday. If you were looking forward to the Saturday stream, so was I did a lot of off-camera work to get ready for it, and then we had a tropical storm kind of hit our area. We did not end up losing internet, but I really wasn't certain what kind of connection we would have, if any, if we'd have power, if there'd be flooding. And so I went ahead and canceled it just in case. We are going to do Minecraft this Saturday, so tune in for that. And we'll pick right back up where we left off with all of that. But yeah, it was kind of like a crazy weekend. There's a lot of flooding, a lot of, not here, thankfully, at our house, but like in the surrounding areas, like a lot. And yeah, we were just very thankful that things weren't worse for us personally, and we feel for those that were severely affected. One of the girls in my youth group actually had her house flooded, and her car was totaled as a result of the flooding. So it's been a weekend, and our prayers are definitely going out for all of the more heavily affected people from the storm. But yeah, that's all the updates, I think. And without further ado, let's get started on this Epic Arc. Of course, as you'll see on the sidebar there, we have our new weekly follower goal. We did manage to make the goal last week, 5 followers. We're doing the same goal again, 5 followers. So if you are not following, please go ahead and do so. Even if you're watching this posthumously, you might not be contributing to this week's follow goal, but you will be contributing to next week's if you're watching this on YouTube. So yeah, feel free to still follow. It'll give you notifications when we're live, and it just helps out the channel. And of course we have our poll still going on because we haven't finished the Epic Arc to determine what exactly we're going to do after it. No votes on anything yet, so it's still up in the air. And if there's no votes by the time we finish, then I guess I'm just gonna pick. But anyway, let's get to this. I've delayed enough. So, Yaida says she found something in the evidence you brought over from your tours around State and Federation space. She thinks it might help her people direct the interrogation of Kairos. So we need you to take him back to her. We have a strong overlap of aims here. You want to find this capsuleer, and we want to hamper smuggling operations in our space. I mean, that seems reasonable. No one wants smuggling in their space. Except maybe smugglers and their customers. So long as your work takes you down this path, we will be happy to offer our assistance. We will speak again, perhaps, once Kieda has gleaned some information from Kairos. If we don't, then let me say that it's been a pleasure having you as a friend and ally of the Minmatar people. I hope the good work doesn't stop with the end of your investigation. Good work and good luck. I hope you find the answers you seek. I'm sure Kieda will help you. Alright, so I just need to report to this person, which means this is a pack up and move mission. So we're going back to Heck. That's where we left all of our other stuff, which is great, because I would love to unify our collection of items here. You guys, I gotta tell you, moving your stuff from place to place to place, it's a whole thing. I got to do like 2 versions of that this weekend since the last Eve stream, and yeah, it's a whole thing. So I see that it is, again, not really tracking our stuff, so let's jump into opportunities. I have unclaimed rewards. Oh yeah, mine 2,000 units of ore. Let's claim that. Could always use a 500,000 ISK. Thank you. But let's find our mission. Can we track this? Okay, let's just set destination to the agent, because we know that's where we need to go anyway, and let's undock. For whatever reason, when you like log back in fresh and like start on this again, it doesn't immediately start tracking the missions, which is a little irritating. Like if it's offered and you take too long to accept. But yeah, we got it, and we're heading to where we need to go. Nice to be back in the Dragoon and doing some mining, as you saw in the rewards thing there. Some item moving, so and a hauler and a shuttle that we bought in the Amar system for super cheap. And that's about it. I did get my first taste of fleet mining though, and I gotta tell you, it is so much better than solo mining. Not only do you have people to talk to, which I guess is similar to streaming in that respect, but you also have the support of an orca giving you like boost to your, like you can mine a little bit faster, and you get compression, which is just an absolute game changer. Absolute game changer. You can literally sit in a belt or wherever you're mining in a venture and just never run out of space. It's so good. And I'm sure that's the case for all of the other mining vessels too, with larger holds and more, even if their yields are higher, they pull down stuff and compress it, and they can pull down more and compress that, and it's so good. And the compressed stuff, you can actually fit quite a bit of that in your regular cargo hold. So if you're not bothering with like salvaging and looting the rats that show up that you have to kill off, yeah, it's you can stuff a bunch of ore in there, which is kind of awesome. Just that little bit of extra space. But why the heck not? Yeah, let's get docked back up at Heck and drop our stuff off in the item hangar and report to the Ida, I believe it was.
Docking permission requested.
Now I am there's another Air Daily goal on there to kill like 25 non-capsuleers.
Docking request accepted.
And I think I've done several already. So I'm expecting to finish that one off as we're going through these missions. Yeah, we've got 12 already, so we only need 13 more. So I think we'll hit that, which of course will give us our 10,000 for the day, which is great. Alright, let's take our stuff and get it out of here. Extra radio, crystal. Less ammo. Random bits and pieces. Stack all of that. And report to out of here. Okay, that finishes off that mission. And gets us started on the next. And she writes, "We've been working tirelessly over all the intelligence you delivered to me. A lot of it we already knew." Well, that sucks. But after some cross-analysis, we discovered that there was a particular location that only Lieutenant Kyrus and a few others had access to. Kyrus caved when he saw that we knew the coordinates to his employer's hideout. This guy's alias is Izia Tabar. He's a battle-hardened smuggler baron. Concord's wanted him for a long time now. We have his location, and we rely on you to end this. I'd expect his place to be well defended, but if we lose him now, it all counts for nothing. Yeah, I think we can handle this. So it's basically go out there, kill everybody. And I'm down for that. So let's go do this thing. It looks like it is successfully tracking. That's wonderful. Don't think it gave me anything in the item hangar. Not telling me to undock. But that's okay. Let's go. And I see we have a viewer. Hello, welcome to the stream. Glad that you are here. And of course, if you haven't followed yet, definitely feel free to. We have that follower goal going on again this week. And if you are a follower, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Now let's warp to the location. Now, at some point, I don't remember if I did this at the end of the last stream or if I did this off camera, but we did mark our thermal group as our preferred group. So now, when we shift F to launch drones, it should automatically pick these 5 first, or just whatever's in this group. And then if there's more past this, I guess it'll just do like random ones up to your control limit. Alright. Let's approach this guy. Actually, we're going to orbit him. 20 km. Start locking. F. Attacking. Love the extra DPS that we got going now. Gonna make this stuff easy. And let's go ahead and open the cargo. Launch for self. Search this guy. Down everyone again. Him. Okay, like, I'm not even getting close enough to use my lasers. The drones are just that efficient now. Which is kind of awesome. Do this guy, because we're orbiting the other one. Don't want to get lost. Alright, lock targets. 5. Yep, drones definitely take him. Oh, we did also set these to focus fire, something we didn't have set up before. That means they automatically, if you're not telling them to attack a single target, they will all focus on a single target anyway, which is great. Now, let me find my mobile tractor unit here. And let's go collect the loot, salvage these wrecks, all of that. I'm actually going to adjust this back over. Had it stretched out a little bit so I could see the capacity for when I'm doing mining, but right now I don't need that so much. So yeah, that wasn't too bad at all. Let's go ahead and pull the drones in and stop the ship. Go ahead and open the track stuff on this and delete all. That's great. Honestly, let's just keep that open while it does stuff, and let's grab our wrecks here. Start salvaging. Now, I probably should be descanning. While I do this, that would be the smart thing to do. So we'll go ahead and do that just in case. This guy up. I don't know exactly how many missions are left. I had planned on looking it up, but just got distracted over the weekend, and I'm pretty confident that we're about to the end of the mission line here. Trying to get into the habit of doing this D-scan all the time. Good habit to get into. Here in high sec, it's probably not that big a deal. Well, you never know. No place in EVE is safe, right? There we go. Almost done, just these last 4 wrecks. Seems like even salvaging is going a little bit faster now. Couldn't tell you why. Haven't done anything to improve upon that, but there you go. I've been training up my mining skills just a little bit. We have mining up to 4 now, which is great. It just improves the yields overall, gives us access to Tech 2 mining lasers and all that stuff. Everybody, thanks for watching. If you guys aren't followed yet, definitely go ahead and drop a follow. It helps us with our weekly goal. Hey, Dark Ivan. Good to see you again. And obviously helps out the channel, gives you guys notifications and all that, so. And if you are following, like my buddy Dark Ivan here, thank you so much. I appreciate that. But yeah, so I got that. I've got the resource reprocessing stuff training now, which is a surprisingly short training time for the 3 levels that you can get as an alpha. Like, it's literally all going to be done by like tomorrow morning. So that'll be great. I can reprocess the stuff for the air career. I've been collecting. I collected the Pyrex and the Plague Place for what it wants you to do in there. I still got to get the Feldspar, Scordite, and Kernite. Let's go ahead and scoop this. And let's head back to base.
Warp drive active.
But yeah, it's going good. Getting some stuff trained up. Like I said, we've got the DPS to take on Dagon now, which is excellent. And if we weren't moving so slow on this, I don't know that we'd have had the DPS for it, but we definitely do, and I am glad.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
You better let me in. Not like I could do anything to a station, but... Alright, let's drop off our stuff. Picked up quite a few extra little crystals here, it seems. And missiles. Scrap metal. Alright, there's a couple of those. Okay, and let's talk to our agent, turn this in. Alright, done exceptionally well. Our teams will head over to Tabar's compound now and comb the area for further evidence. What if that's like the Spaceball style of combing, or if that's like the other kind of combing? That's such a good scene from that movie. Get back to me when you are ready for one last assignment. It's about time the Minmatar repaid you for all you've done. You're darn right. Just kidding. I have some information about how we can make that happen. I mean, I'm a Mars, so the Minmatar probably don't really owe me anything, in reality. Before you arrived, we managed to get one of our people inside Tabar's recruitment and training facility. He informed us that the missing Capsuleer you seek passed through this place briefly. Okay. Moments ago, we received word that our man is now trapped there. We had hoped that Tabar's assassination would scatter the remnants of his forces and provide an easy escape, but we had no such luck. One of Tabar's remaining lieutenants, an Amatar by the name of Mizara Nefra, has returned to the facility and taken over. Not only is our spy and your only lead caught in the spider's web, but this smuggling crew may operate again someday unless we put a stop to this. You must run interference for us, kill Mizera and his followers, so that our agent has a chance of escaping undetected. Okay, well. Run interference for the Crucial spy in Tabar's training compound. Kinda sounds like just go in there and kill everything, which I'm good with. So let's do this thing. Let me make sure I don't have any random crap. Yeah, we're good. Now, since we are approaching the end of the Epic Arc, you guys have not voted in our poll as far as what we should do after the Epic Arc. Definitely give that a look and see if there's an option you would like to vote for. The guy in red on my overview there. Don't know if he's just I think it's a corp standings thing. I've been running into that a lot since I joined the new corp, so. Alright, in we go. So let's orbit this guy, 25 PM, and lock up everyone else. Go ahead and launch our drones. And they are close enough that we can just send them right after that guy. And we could actually even shoot this guy with lasers, so why not? Yeah, it's so good. Oh, I love our drones. They're great. Okay, let's hit him. And let's orbit this guy. Hello, Slagworks. How's it going today? Oh, was that Mizra? I'm confused. She's kind of like on the thing, but then not. Are we done? Jeez. I didn't even get to turn on my afterburner. Alright, let's see. One of these wrecks. Making sure one of the wrecks is Mizra. Doesn't really say. Says we can dock up though, so. Actually, you know what? Here, let's. Should have launched this earlier, but we'll do it now. Go ahead and open the cargo for that. Gamerelli, thank you so much for putting that pinned comment there. Appreciate it. Alright, let's go ahead and target this guy. How is everyone doing tonight? Good, I hope. Just cleaning up our mess here. We move through the Sisters of Eva Epic Arc. I think this is our last mission in Minmatar space. And that only leaves one empire that we haven't missioned in yet during this Epic Arc. And that is our home empire of Amar. So I have a feeling that's where we're heading next. Which I'm good with, because, you know, I live there, so... some of the time. Like I was saying earlier in the stream, I did join a corp that is based in Caldari space, so I did the research to get a jump clone, which is all I can do as an alpha. Just the one. But that is a-okay. That will be plenty. I don't need the 15 or so that you can do with like all of the skills. Is that too far away to target? I'm already targeting it. That's why I can't lock it. Duh. But yeah, I do have the jump clone, so I can bounce between the areas I'm based at now. It's called Hideaway Hunters. And then they're part of an alliance by the same name. Very friendly people. So, I'm not sad about it, but yeah, it's been good. And of course, if anyone is looking for a group, they are still actively recruiting, and they are new player friendly. So, you can join the chat in game, or they have a Discord that you can also pop into as well to feel out the waters if you want to do that first. But yeah, totally awesome people. I've asked a lot of new questions, and they have been very graceful about answering everything. So. Oh yeah, that's okay. No worries. What does AO do mostly? Because one of them is like a high-sec industry, but they do like some wormholing and stuff too. Which is kind of what I was looking for. Ultimately, they're really just like a laid-back group. It doesn't have a lot of requirements. And someone who is okay with me streaming, obviously. And let's loot this so we can scoop the thing. Alright, and let's head back.
Warp drive active.
Okay, yeah, there you go. I mean, once you have about 3,000 pilots, you probably are doing a little bit of everything. Yeah, Hideaway Hunters is like a little over 1,000 right now. So, not quite 3,000. But they are dabbling in like faction warfare and that kind of stuff too. So, I can even get my feet wet in that if I'd like.
Docking permission
Which I think I will eventually.
accepted.
Not usually a huge PvPer, but I think it'd be fun to like go in a group and do it. Alright, let's get rid of this junk in the hold. This junk in the trunk. Alright, and talk to our agent. Complete it. We've destroyed a pirate ring that would have taken us months to work through. High marks all around. Oh, you're welcome. You've done good work for me. I have one last request. Go and tell Mizara's Amar Masters that she will work for them no more. Yep, sending us to Amar. I knew it. That's a-okay. I feel like going home. So let's grab everything here, as we are leaving this area for good. At least for now. I'm sure we'll be back over in Minmatar space eventually for something. If nothing else, to run the Epic Arc again eventually. And let's go do some jump gating. They do actually. Yeah, they've got some like industry structure set up in the system they're based in, and a couple of other places as well. Oh, set destination. That would help. And let's go.
Warp drive
10 jumps. Not bad. Yeah, considering all the jumping we've done over the weekend, 10 jumps is not bad. This is a cool gate. Kind of reminds me of the Caldari gates, actually. Just a little more skeletal and like a larger, like larger circle part to it. Diameter. Larger diameter for the gate. There we go. I was like, circle part is probably not the most descriptive thing I could say. But yeah, I don't know if you guys were all here on the stream when I was talking about the events of the weekend, but I did have to cancel the Saturday stream of Minecraft. Well, not cancel so much as postpone, because I'll do it this Saturday. But yeah, we had like a tropical storm kind of near our area, and it just caused a lot of problems, dropped a lot of water on us, flooded out some areas nearby, so we were okay, thankfully, right where we are, but I was not sure what the internet connection was going to look like for the stream, so I didn't want to risk it. But yeah, crazy, crazy stuff. Yeah, we had some people that we know from church that were just pretty badly affected by it, so if you guys are praying people, just keep them in your prayers. They had water damage from flooding in their house, and like the cars got totaled from the flooding and stuff, and it was just a whole thing. There was a point where a dam near us actually had to do what they called a strategic water release, but basically like it was getting ready to overflow and break the dam, so to prevent that they had to dump some of it on purpose. And yeah, it's just a crazy amount of rain, like absolutely crazy. From what I understand, it was like records for our area in a lot of spots.
Warp drive active.
And then, like, unrelated, but right before I started the stream, I went to turn my computer on, and it gave me this error saying the fan wasn't working right, so it had to like shut itself back off. I didn't love that. So tomorrow will probably be me opening the computer up and double checking the connections on everything.
Warp drive active.
This computer is about 3 years old now, so I'm guessing there's just a little bit of trip creep on the fan connection, and it just needs to be unhooked and rehooked, but guess we'll see once we get in there. I have an old desktop that I could use in a pinch if I really needed to, but when I say old, it's like over a decade old at this point. And I know it runs Eve because I used to play it on there. But yeah, it's not going to be as nice as this, that's for sure. I'd have to try and manage everything without the second screen, because I only have like one hookup for a screen right now on the desktop. So it wouldn't be ideal. I'll just say that. But if it's better than nothing, if it comes down to that. Where are we at? 3 more jumps? Not too shabby.
Warp drive active.
It kind of looks like, yeah, most of our cargo hold is full. Hopefully we don't get too much more stuff while we're messing around. I guess I could leave it somewhere and come back for it if I had to. Or I could just like sell off what I could at whatever station I'm at. Generally try not to do that though. I usually take it all in a big trip to some sort of trade hub. Not always. I've been going to Amar instead of Cheetah because it's just closer.
Warp drive active.
But yeah, just not locally was the point. Almost there. It when I'm thinking about this stuff, it makes perfect sense that the last missions where you're hunting down this capsuleer would be in a Mars base. Like, it absolutely makes perfect sense. They would be the Empire to do the hunting down of this guy who's been causing all the problems. Feels right, you know.
Warp drive active.
Should be the last jump. And we can dock up. Love that we have crystals for like every range now. Putting 3 extra radio crystals in addition to the ones that we're using.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, all we need is the gammas. That'll do us.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Scimitar Consulate Bureau. Alright, let's start this conversation. Doverick and Selm. I would speak with you about your search for Dagon. But first, a matter of decorum. I already like the way this is written. It's so good. The late mistress, Mizara's parents, entrusted the safety of their child to my lord. He has attempted to make amends, but I am afraid my lord can be indelicate. He would replace their daughter with reparations of gold and isk. This must be handled with more care. Take this toy. The mistress first arrived at my lord's estate with nothing to her name but this. As you destroyed her body, it is the only physical connection left in this world that her family will recognize as hers. Deliver this to the family, and with the utmost care. They have already suffered enough. Oh, that's fantastic. I don't know who wrote this part, but like, good work, guys. Thank you for that. Just like, absolutely the way that I would have said everything. Oh, I do love that. Toss this in the item hanger for now. Trying to go around my gamma crystals here. Nope. This appears to be a delivery mission, which is a-okay. Not a big deal at all. Love me some delivery missions. Typically pretty easy. Alright, so now let's go to the item hangar and get this doll. Make sure we bring it with us. For some reason, whenever you have to, like, take an item somewhere, I always forget to grab the item. But not this time. Alright, let us undock. A Matter of Decorum. Such a good title, too. To location. It's literally in system, so that's like the easiest courier mission in the world. No. Get back in. It is sad that we had to get rid of Mizara, but trying to do smuggling rings and stuff. Like, come on. Why you gotta do that? Details. Well, it's the colony where her family lives. Okay. Well, that appears to be the colony where her family would live. Let's open this. And we'll toss the doll in there. And that'll be that. Hopefully, unless they get pissed off and try to kill us, which could happen. Okay, so on warping here, there was a venture named CIA. That's always fun. It's not around us now, though. That afterburner, see if we can get there just a touch faster. Mizara family hovel. I don't even call it a home. It's a hovel. Alright. That in there. And start conversation. Yep, let's complete it. Remotely. Thank you for doing this, my friend. See others suffer is never easy. Alright, you have proven you respect our ways. Well, I am a Marian, so yes, I do. My lord now believes he can trust you. Yes, we know Dagon, and of your hunt for him. My lord hired him as a tutor for Mistress Mizara some 10 years ago. Though my lord fancies himself a skilled pilot, he is very much of old Amar stock. He wished the mistress to be better educated in the newly emerging technologies and political realities than he. Dagon proved a remarkable teacher. Sadly, he and Lord Tephos had a falling out after the coronation of Empress Serum. There was an altercation, and both Dagon and the mistress fled. I do not know where Dagon himself is, but I do know the man who brought Dagon to my lord's attention, an archaeologist of some respect by the name of Dr. Canius. You'll find him at the location provided. Be warned, he surrenders nothing for free. Well, I do have some ISK saved up, so let's accept that remotely and go do this thing. Set destination.
Self-drive active.
Come on. There we go. And you camera through the rock. Looks like I might have completed my opportunities thing, so that's great. Every time you complete those 2 opportunities, you get an extra 10,000 skill points unallocated, which is amazing, as eventually we'll hit our training cap, and those extra skill points will be the only way to advance our skills besides getting Omega by one means or another.
Drive active.
And I'm going to need those skill points because I have plans. Plans for things that I'd like to do. Normal things, abnormal things, truly silly things. But yes, plans indeed. And most of them require skill points, so that's that then. And this should be the last jump to get there. Indeed, plans within plans. Within plans. It's planception up in here. Plans on plans on plans. No, one of them I'll just go ahead and tell you because, like, it's truly the funniest thing I've thought about in a while. So obviously, like, I've been looking into the mining stuff more because that's kind of a big part of what my corp does, and just improving yields and all that kind of stuff, and specifically looking at what alpha clones can do. And one of the best options you can do as an alpha, besides like the venture, is getting yourself a big fat battleship with 8 turret high slots and using it for mining. And it's the dumbest, most ridiculous thing ever. But like, how amazing would it be to roll up to your corporation's mining fleet operation in just a giant battleship and start chewing away at some rocks? Like, so good. So absolutely good. And since I'm planning on training Amarr battleships anyway to do the Armageddon, I can do the Apocalypse. And it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Alright. Dr. Kennius. Dead is she? Darn. I was fond of her, and not in Taphos's way, mind you. Okay. Guess they had something going there. Yeah, I know, he was purely her protector and patron to mold her and shape her for a life of dedicated service to God and Empire. Listen, I've been studying human history for a long while, and a platonic patronage between a lord and mistress hasn't happened since the time when the reclaiming just involved stabbing our heathen neighbors with pointy sticks. But if that was all that was going on, nobody would fuss. But that's enough story time, for now. You want more? You'll have to do something for me. Heck, you don't want to hear more? You still have to do something for me. Don't worry, it's real simple. There's a dig site a little ways from here, small cluster of asteroids containing artifacts from some of the first Amarr space lanes. I know there's at least one good piece left, but every time I hire a team they get driven off by pirates. All you have to do is go in, get that artifact, and return it to me without dying. Oh, that's all I have to do then. Granted items, I will get a civilian relic analyzer, which means I'm going to have to fit that on my ship somewhere. Oh, which sucks. Alright, let's do it. Why are you gonna make me mess up my fit? I really would like to keep my shield extenders. Because, like, I'm passive shield tanked on this, and I don't have that much EHP to begin with. Yeah, forget it. I'm gonna take off the afterburner. Don't love it, but that's what we're doing. And this can go in the item hanger. Let's undock and go get this artifact. Why are you gonna make me take off my afterburner? It's so not cool. Warp to this location.
Warp drive active.
Hopefully it's not like too crazy a combat, because like they're literally asking you to compromise the fit of your ship to do this mission, which is kind of insane. So hopefully they tone down the combat a little bit to compensate. But man, you never know. You just never know. Okay. Block targets, and block targets. Now this guy, we are going to orbit 20 km, but first we're going to get rid of these people. Gonna get rid of the small people first, and then we'll take on the big guys. Yeah, there's not going to be a speed tank in today. Alright, we can probably go ahead and start shooting him with the lasers. What's this? Tracking disrupted? That's fine. Not disrupting the tracking of my drones, I'll tell you that. Let's go ahead and launch this for self. Like we've got ourselves another target here. Put the lasers on that guy. And send the drones on him as well. Oh yeah, that'll do. Okay, so now Ancient Tomb dig sites. Let's approach that. And let's get our drones back in the bay. Oh, it's so slow. What's the range on this? 5,000 meters. That will do, I suppose. So I wonder if it's just gonna like run a cycle and open it automatically, or if I have to play the minigame. But I kind of enjoy playing the minigame. Just me. Also, like, who was this guy hiring that like 4 pirate ships was too much for them? Not a capsuleer, surely. Although I guess I did say they should probably tone down the combat since they're asking you to compromise your fit to do this mission, and I imagine that's exactly what they did. I do keep forgetting to do that. Block this up. Yeah, it's gonna do the minigame. Fun. Okay. Up the system core. There we go. Open this bad boy. Yeah, however you have to maneuver to get me close enough to open it. Do that. Leave that. And let's head down to our mobile tractor unit here. We can unlock this. And lock up these. While we're flying, I am going to grab a drink. We've got our artifacts, so hopefully he'll be satisfied with that. Incredible how dry your throat gets when you're streaming. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Let's leave all that. I can actually scoop this. And we can stop the ship. We got yet another gamma crystal, so now we've got 4 of those. That's cool. These missions do like to give you crystals, apparently. Nothing on scanners so far, that's good. Like I said, I don't really expect there to be anything on scanners, truthfully, but it's good to get in the habit of doing it. Like, eventually we'll be in wormhole space, and we really just need that whole process to be kind of unconscious, honestly. Does anyone know if they have, like, auto-clicker apps that just keep hitting V over and over and over?
Permission requested.
Although I guess that'd probably be bad, because, like, if you click on the chat, or, like, your cargo window or whatever, just type V over and over, which is not what you want. Yeah, manually probably is still good. Alright, let's get this extra stuff out of the cargo hangar. Yeah, just one. $5 quad. Okay. Cool micro warp drive. Got it. Love it. Attack all, and let's talk to him. Blood Raiders, you're lucky you lived. They're psychotic and bloodthirsty, literally. Their sect believes purity can only be reached by consuming blood, and clone blood is purest of all. Well, that's a weird belief. I'm not on board with it myself. I'm afraid that makes you Capsuleers their favorite snack. Weird. Don't love it. But you're alive and you got the artifact, so we're good. Let's request a new mission, but before we accept said mission, let's fix our fits. And we can repackage this. Alright. You've done me a solid, so I'll return the favor. A few years ago, Lord Tephos tried to hit me up to tutor his new miracle girl. I declined, but I pointed him to Dagon. Dagon was holed up in this monastery at the time, part of some weird hermitage. So I introduced them, thinking nothing of it. Then I start hearing rumors about how friendly Dagon is with Mizara. This doesn't go well with Tephos, particularly if you also believe what they say about Tephos and Dagon. Dagon was driven off, and truth told, that's what probably turned Nizara against Tephos right then. So Tephos wants to keep a tight lid on the whole affair himself, keep the rumors still. So that's his character history. Hope you wrote that all down. Nah, I don't care. There's no test or anything. But what did Dagon do after? I honestly don't know. But 5 will get you 10, that it has something to do with his life before Tephos. That's a weird expression that I'm unfamiliar with. Yeah. So this is the location of the monastery he stayed at. It's been abandoned for some time. I wouldn't be surprised if scavengers have moved in. Go reclaim the heck out of that place, and I'm sure you'll find something useful. So find the monastery, clear the area of any pirates, retrieve any documents you find. Okay. Hopefully we don't need the relic analyzer fitted for this. It doesn't say anything about it. Ooh, some lore about the reclaiming. Reclaiming is a major part of the Amarr religion and the Empire itself. They believe that all people in the universe were once part of the same empire, and the Amarr Empire is the direct heir to that legacy. Though Empress Katis Tash Merkan, the Amarr... Oh, through Empress Katis Tash Merkan, the Amarr are given a divine mandate to reunify the peoples of the universe through any means necessary. Historically, this has led to numerous wars of conquest in which the Amarr decimate and then absorb civilizations. Each war is itself referred to as a reclaiming to emphasize their divine mandate. Okay, so that explains why they're so darned aggressive. That's kind of cool, actually. Alright, let us undock and go check out this abandoned monastery. Now, if I remember my Eve lore correctly, that's not far off from the truth. Like, the Amarr were the first empire to, like, really rise up from the whatever devastated the empires initially. And they kind of were, like, the original, or the descendants of the main empire. So, I mean, they all come from Earth, basically. So they're all, like, part of the same empire in that sense. Alright, so we are going to just let me orbit this person in kilometers, and we're going to target everyone else. Launch our drones. Alright, we're going to set the drones after this person. Turn on this afterburner because we have it this time, which is great. This guy I can hit with lasers. Just barely. And the drones after them. This is our drone targets, and this is for lasers. Okay. That's the last one. Orbit at 20. Those lasers. Yep. And the drones on this guy. Okay, it can be recalled now. Crap. I got it in the hall. Don't love that. Oh, right. We should probably launch this for ourselves. Our drones back in the bay. And let's see about checking this monastery. Okay, there's a cargo container. Let's open the cargo container. Hopefully that's what we're looking for. If not, we'll find it elsewhere, I guess. This guy we can go ahead and launch. Targets. And we'll do some armor repping. Back. Alright, we got what we needed there. That's great. Now let's head towards our MTU. See if we can harvest that before we leave the area. Probably not. Nah. I had to try. Yeah, let's loot all. And start targeting wrecks that are nearby. Let's unlock this guy. Hey, another acolyte. Nice. Always love picking up a couple extra drones. That's for sure. Especially free ones. Love me some free drones. And looks like we got some bounty payments. That's great. Always love a good bounty payment. Oh, do this. Pack everything. Too bad it wasn't a hobgoblin. I could just replace this guy. That's alright, we'll repair it when we get back to the station. Didn't cost too much. Come on. Also had an idea to do an exploration frigate and set it up as a salvage frigate. It'd only be able to run a few salvagers at a time, unlike a destroyer, which can run like a lot more. But if you have MTUs, you don't really need the it'll kind of collect everything in one place, and so you don't really need the tractor beams like you usually would put on a salvaging destroyer. And it has a nice little bonus to the cycle duration for the salvagers, which is obviously great. Come on. Yeah, our top slots would all basically be salvagers, your bottom slots would all be like cargo expanders, so you can hold everything that you loot and salvage. And the mid slots would probably be for capacitor, majority-wise, because if you're running all three salvagers at once, you're going to be burning capacitor pretty good there. And then, of course, the rigs are for salvage tackles. So just a fun little ship. You can even throw a micro warp drive or a afterburner on there, so you can zip around in the mission areas and get to stuff pretty quick.
Docking permission requested.
Just one of the ideas I've had to speed up the salvaging process, because it is pretty slow when you just slap one on any old ship.
Docking request accepted.
And a magnate would actually be great because of all the low slots. You could have lots of extra cargo space. Item hanger, item hanger. I can stay there. I can go in the item hanger. Did not expect to be grabbing extra drones as loot, so that's pretty cool. So let's stack everything and talk to our agent. Good job cleaning those guys out. I wouldn't worry about the ramifications of slaughtering some godless scavengers. The first rule of any good reclaiming is it's about souls, not bodies. You just happen to have a lot of the latter left over. Oh, jeez. Now let's have a look at that document you found. Well, that's not exactly what my real-life religion believes. I mean, it is about souls, but, like, we don't liberate the souls from the bodies first. This is fascinating. See this character here? It's only found in the Jovian alphabet. Not proper Jovian, though. It's like they just were using the character set as a cipher of some sort. Unfortunate for Dagon, no cipher exists to stop a Hadean University man. Let's see. That's strange. I can't tell who this is to, but it's definitely from Dagon. He says his mission went well, and that he fully earned the marks. I assume that's Tephos's trust. The mark willingly gave him passwords and clearance to Imperial archives and emperors of old. He says he has sent all records pertaining to the Empire's knowledge of pre-Jovian weapons. I can only guess what qualifies as pre-Jovian, but Tephos has unwittingly provided Imperial secrets to a spy. You must deliver this information to him at once. Alright, well, let's go deliver said information to him. So, report to Doverick Anselm. Gather our things. We're going on a field trip. Undock. There's one thing I do love about Spanish as a language. Oh, I forgot to repair my drone. Dadgummit. That's alright, we'll do it at the next one. Anyway, so there's one thing I love about Spanish as a language, and it is that they have punctuation that concludes the sentence upside down at the beginning of the sentence. So when you go to read the sentence, you know what inflections you should be doing from the very beginning. Like, so you noticed in that reading that I just did, like, I didn't do the exclamations until the very end because I didn't see the exclamations until the very end. If they were at the beginning of the sentence, I would know, oh, I'm going to be using exclamations, and so I can read the whole thing as if though I'm exclaiming it. So yeah, it'd be nice if English adopted that at some point. I doubt it's ever going to happen, but it's one of the things that I do like about Spanish.
Drive active.
On the other hand, one of the things I don't love about Spanish is the whole gender system. Well, this is not Spanish exclusive. Obviously, there's several languages that have gendered words. It's just, as a native English speaker, the gender thing is a little weird and confusing, and like, when exactly should something be feminine and when should it be masculine, and like, why does it matter that much? I guess language is complicated. It's not really my thing. I'm decent with English, and that's about as far as all that goes. I know some words in Spanish, but not a lot. Really not a lot. would be the last jump, and we'll be back where we need to be. It's nice to be kind of back in Amarr space. Feels like home.
Warp drive active.
Alright, first thing we do, before we even turn in the mission, we're going to repair our drone. We need him in tip-top shape for what's to come.
Docking permission requested.
Oh, Scar, thank you. I appreciate that.
Docking request accepted.
Honestly, it's probably not where the whole thing is going to end up ultimately. Probably go through and redo the tank so it's armor tanked instead of shield tanked, because it's an Amarr ship and that makes sense. And like, I went with the shield tank just because I thought maybe I could fit more of the drone damage amplifiers, but you can't really, so it doesn't even matter. So yeah, we'll probably switch this up later, but I want to get the armor tanking skills trained up a little bit more than they are right now before I mess with all that. But I am enjoying my Dragoon. It's been very fun. And we have our Hobgoblin. They're all 113 ISK. Outrageous. Alright, that's done. Yeah, I mean, I'm training up shield skills because I also do like mining, and like the Venture is not a good armor tank ship. So I knew I needed the shield skills anyway. But yeah, that's just kind of where everything landed. Stack all this. I'm thinking about it. Alright, let's start our conversation. I'm sure you have several questions for me, but I'm afraid they'll have to wait. It seems Teyfos caught wind of your investigation. I know, because he has challenged you to trial by combat. Oh, great. It hasn't been common for years, but Teyfos considers himself an old-fashioned true Amarr, and blue laws still allow it. Luckily, this provides the perfect opportunity for us. With the information we've uncovered, namely this cipher, we have enough to bring Teyfos on charges. Doing so, however, would cause a huge political uproar, the kind that we frankly don't have the time for. I want you to go out there, meet Teyfos, and kill him in combat. We've shut off access to his clones, so he won't be coming back. As you were challenged by a noble, you will suffer no consequences, legal or otherwise. His family line gets to keep their good name, and everyone can go back to their nice, safe lives, confident that Imperial secrets are still safe. Well, that's great. Let's go get this guy, I guess. Like, why? Why do that? Alright, Cylon Scar, you've got me curious. Which ship are you talking about exactly? Because, like, I could guess, but I probably don't know for sure. Not going to bother with the MTU because I think we're just fighting the one guy. The curse, yes. Yeah, I haven't really played with that one yet. I'm sticking mostly to drone ships, so honestly it wasn't even on my my list of things to look at, but it is now. I definitely will be checking that out. Yeah, buddy, let's orbit you 20 km. Oh yeah, he's in trouble. There we go. And let's bring our drones back. Complete remotely. It is done then. I've already started making my calls. As far as the media is concerned, he accused you of contract fraud, but God proved your innocence through a lawful trial by combat. Oh, that's great. Full your ship with cap draining modules that eats up your ship's power grid. Okay. So you can't put armor plates on it. Yeah, that makes sense. You gotta save your cap for the E-War, so yeah, makes total sense. Definitely get that. Alright, let's request this new mission while we salvage this. My brothers and sisters. Now about Dagon. We've had our suspicions as to who he is. With the cipher you found, we know for sure. I'm violating my oath by giving you this intel, but odds are good we'd never be able to act on it ourselves. See, Dagon is from the Society of Conscious Thought. Dagon's made a mistake, though. He's been cut off from his buddies. The sisters have seen to that. Yeah, the sisters. I've been curious why they were so interested in my case. Now I know. If there's one group that keeps a closer eye on the Society than the Empire, it's the Sisters of Eve. They knew the whole darn time who Dagon was. I'd say it's time to head back over to the Sisters and get the full story. So we're moving back over to the Sisters of Eve area. Except remotely. And close. I do want to dock back up though. I don't know which station we were at. Probably Amar Consulate. The Amatar Consulate Bureau. I think that's where we were at. Yeah, that makes sense. Those armor reppers do eat up a lot of cap, for sure. For sure. And unfortunately, armor can't be passive because it just doesn't work like that. It'd be cool if they did like a regenerative armor thing that did recharge kind of like in the same way as shields did. Maybe as a module, or like maybe only on certain special ships or whatever. Like nanobots chugging around on the armor, repairing it as it takes damage. I think that'd be kind of cool. I think there's a way you could sell the story, is all I'm saying. Okay, well, now I'm curious, because I had never even heard of a passive armor fit. What is it, just like... Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So it's just like stacking armor plates on top of armor plates, so you just have copious amounts of armor HP. And then you don't bother to actually repair it until you get back to the station. Okay. That does make sense. We can't take everything with us. We are full up. Oh, that sucks. So we'll have to come back through here on our way home. But we still won't be able to pick everything up. Dang. Do we try and sell stuff? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I was kind of curious if you'd be able to like max out your resist, even if it's like only in one area. Like, can you actually get 100% resistance on one thing? I'm gonna try and sell some stuff real quick. Some room here. Don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need all these extras. Okay, 94%. I mean, if only 6% damage is getting through, and you just like have stacks on stacks of armor HP, that's still pretty effective in my opinion. Okay, yeah. Like I said, that's still pretty good. Not too shabby at all. I'm gonna keep the scientists. They seem like they could be useful. Keep all the salvage stuff. Alright, let's just try and sell some of this ammo. Nope, no contracts for that. I have a feeling that's going to be the case for most of this. I can just like select everything, right? Hang on. Stuff I want to keep in there. Okay. See if we can sell any of this. So far, not so much. Oh, geez. And like way below regional value everywhere. Forget that. Alright, how much cargo space have I got left in here? Not a lot. Alright, we are going to leave everything that we don't need here. And we will come back through with a hauler later and pick it up. We're going to keep the drones with us. All the salvage. Have you found that makes a big difference for like PvP and stuff? Just having the heals on the back end like that? Alright. Let's head to the Sisters Bureau. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. Okay. I am, like, not at all versed in PvP as of yet, so... yeah. Yes, we're fine with Ethicom. They don't hate us. At least not yet. Yeah, it's good to be in control of what you're doing, that's for sure. Like, if my ship gets blown up and, like, but I'm putting up a good fight and doing what I feel like I can do, then I'm kind of okay with that, but if I just get blown up and there's nothing I can do about it, that just kind of sucks. I mean, yeah, it is what it is sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone jumps. Oh, man, come on. They really like to just jump you around here, don't they? Did you do a lot of like faction warfare, or you like just kind of go out on your own and do like piratey things, or what are you into? Wormhole life, building tech through shows. Okay. That's very cool. I don't have a ton of experience with wormholes. If you see Ivan in chat, he'll tell you I've been in at least a couple, got lost in one, and plan to go back, but haven't really done that yet. I gotta train up my archaeology and hacking skills a little, because I really blew up more containers than I managed to open, and that's not the way to do those kind of sites. Yeah, for everyone watching, if you guys aren't following yet, definitely go ahead and drop us a follow. Gives you notifications when I go live, and of course helps out the channel, which we appreciate greatly. Mapping tools on my second screen. How to get to? Okay, yeah, that's that would have been handy. I went in one, and like, I had gone into it earlier that day and made a bookmark for it, but I had convinced myself that I wasn't going back, so I deleted the bookmark, and then like I warped into somewhere in the wormhole and didn't re-bookmark the exit. Rookie move, for sure. So I like spent the next half an hour scanning down the exit again. Thankfully it was a pretty quiet wormhole, so I didn't get bothered or anything, but just not how you want to start off the wormhole experience. Yeah, I mean, that's what everyone tells me. Like, I know we all do it eventually. But yeah, I wasn't expecting to do it that soon. So, there you go. Did it last week. That's nice. Oh, yeah. Too bad they don't have a module that like auto bookmarks everywhere you warp to for you. I get it. I mean, it'd be a lot of bookmarks to sift through, but like maybe you could turn it on when you want it to work. But then, like, you'd probably just forget to turn it on when you went into the wormhole and you'd have the same problem. So I guess it doesn't really make much difference there, does it? Eight years. That's a good run. Yeah, I played before on a different character. This one is only about 2-ish weeks old, I think. Maybe 3 at this point. $716. 806. Yeah, about 3 weeks now. Last 2 hours or a couple of days. Oh yeah, that's a good idea actually. Alright,
Drive
get your email ready. I'm gonna send it to CCP, suggested features. An auto bookmarker module. And like, it's not like it doesn't cost you something because you have to sacrifice a module slot to have it on your ship and use it. And like, heck, even tie it up to Omega if you really feel like you need to. But yeah, I like it. Like, obviously for most people it's probably not gonna make any difference, but if you're doing the wormhole thing, you're 100% gonna have that on there, and everywhere that you warp to, it just bookmarks for you. Oh, I know. Like, I feel like I always am just one module slot short of what I need. Or like, I have the extra slot, but it's the wrong kind of slot.
drive active.
Like, I need an extra mid and I've got leftover high that I just don't have any use for. Good fuck, jeez Louise, man. Those are expensive ships, my friend. Goodness gracious. I'm sitting here cruising around in like a sub 10. Oh, it's 17.1. But that includes the mobile tractor unit and everything. Still, nowhere near 5 billion. I can see that, yeah, clearly. Yeah, I would be terrified to take something that expensive into a wormhole. Like, good lord. But I guess if you are pushing him to the limits like that, you probably have a more than reasonable chance of actually getting it back out of the wormhole. So, I guess that's a trade-off. But yeah, my skills as a pilot, not like the trainable skills, just like actually playing, they are not to the point where I feel comfortable flying ships that expensive, especially into like crazy dangerous circumstances like a wormhole.
Drive active.
5 bill plus. That sounds like some T3s or like a Marauder or something going on there. Which I guess with that much invested and like 8 years of play experience, you'd probably be pretty hard to gank. So there's that.
Drive active.
Oh my gosh. That just sounds so crazy to me. Yeah. I like Karamba. Freighters and wormholes. How do you even get those in there? Do you have to like build them in there, or are there wormholes that allow ships that big to go through? And more importantly, does the entrance like immediately collapse when you fly through, if you can even fit it? That's a lot of mass to take through one of those wormhole entrances. Okay.
Thumb drive active.
So I guess if you build a capital in a wormhole, like there's just really no getting it out of there, is there? Like it's just there to stay until it's destroyed. And then probably the same with the freighters also.
Thumb drive active.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like they wouldn't even really be able to leave the system, would they?
Thumb drive active.
Yeah, I don't know that I'll ever take on anything quite that large. Maybe a freighter at some point. But I think as far as cap ships go, I'm probably gonna stop the battleship level. Seems like a nice comfortable place for me.
Thumb drive active.
Well, I guess you never really know. Maybe someday I'll be flying a carrier of some sort. I do like the drone things, and they're kind of the pinnacle of all that. Definitely going to be a long time before anything like that happens, though. Only 4 more jumps. This has been a long run. Long run. And then once the campaign's done, it's right back down the same path pretty much. And on to home. Oh yeah, crazy. But very cool.
Thumb drive active.
I mean, huge ships and wormholes like that. Very cool. I assume you guys like live in C5s and stuff primarily, because that's where most of the good loot is, but imagine if you set up shop in a C1 and then you just have like capitals running around in there. These people jump in thinking they're perfectly safe, and then they just get like absolutely destroyed by a cap ship. It'd be like the definition of overkill, but I think it'd be pretty funny.
Thumb drive active.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Oh, you're gutsy, my friend. I mean, if you can get away with it, well, why the heck not? Like, zip in there and grab it. I'm actually looking at setting up a venture for, like, quick ore raids and in wormholes and stuff, so... Yeah, I mean... Some of these alliances and stuff are really iffy about people in their territory, and some of them don't care as much about the ninja stuff.
Thumb drive active.
And, you know, some people are just too slippery to be stopped, so... What can you do? Especially with the wormhole entrance, that's probably what's getting them. Because I'm sure in Null they're sitting on the gates as their defense. And not really considering a lot of the possibility of people coming in through wormholes.
Docking permission requested.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you have dedicated explorers scanning that stuff down, like, every single day, you just don't even know that those entrances are there. I'm unfamiliar with the Pocket Express, and that probably makes me sound like a total noob, but... like, what is it? Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna say, you can't just filament there now, but... Okay. Your anger is understandable, but we've got more reason to cooperate than to quarrel. Dagon's your real enemy. You'll be interested to know that some of his corp mates have been spotted at a nearby station. That is interesting. We prepared an agent to gain their confidence and extract information on their further operations. To you shall be Tahaki Karen, a ship's engineer from the Damsel. Before our operative can infiltrate Dagon's group, Karen's identity records will need to be altered. Take these records to an archive station. Once they're updated there, our friends will make sure they're changed throughout the entire network. Alright, little espionage calling mission here. Leave our extra drones, don't need to bring the extra drones into combat with us. Accept. And... put this in our ship, lest we forget it, which we do often, and undock. Yes, like a ghost. Shadow. There, but not there. Okay, good. After 21 jumps, we're gonna make 4 more jumps. Thank you, Sisters of Eve Epic Art, for that.
Thumb drive active.
So much fun. Or if you're familiar with Doctor Who at all, you're like the silence. As soon as people see you, they forget that you were there. I can imagine. Yeah, as an alpha, I don't really get any cloaking tech. which is a little challenging. But that is okay. Eventually I'll be Omega and I can have all the fun with the cloaking stuff. And for now, I get to learn how to survive without using it, which helps me build my skills a little bit more than having it would. But yes, I imagine Black Ops ships with covert op cloaking devices are going to be insanely hard to catch if the pilot knows what they're doing. And with 8 years of experience, I'm sure that you do.
Drive active.
Yeah, that's fun. I was never really one for like the sneaking around, hide in the shadows kind of games. But like with Eve, I've gotten more interested in that kind of play. And it's been fun, actually, the little bit that I've gotten to do. Usually prefer a straight up fight, but there's something to be said for just sneaking around your enemies instead of going straight through them. Slow duck. Okay then. Now that I'm nearing the end of this, I know I have to decide what empire I want the relations gain with. Since I'm doing most of my missioning in Amarr space, I'll naturally just build relations with them doing that. So I'll probably go with like Aldari, since I'm operating in their space and I want to make sure that I don't have negative relations over there, because that would be bad.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Then we'll look at our relations status 3 months from now when we do this again, and decide then what empire to do next, or if we should do Caldari again. But I say Amarr is probably going to be good to go, no matter what. Let's start this convoy. Nice to see you. Let's complete the mission. Excellent work, pilots. The altered records are being distributed as we speak. Let's request a new mission. Sounds good. Please drop by so I can formalize mission contract. Yeah. So let us undock. Feeling it's not going to automatically give me the link here. It is not. So destination.
Warp drive active.
Alright, 4 more jumps. Get back to our agent. Orca 9. That's an inspired name. Really inspired. Federal Express is a little better. Sorry, it automatically descans when you undock from stations, so I like to read the ship names and just see what's out there. I've gone for a tree theme for most of my ship names. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that they did that. Well, 3 months is a long wait time, but I mean, to secure everything that you're of value that you have sitting there in wormhole space, that's a good way to go. I assume if you're in a capital, they're not going to move you to high sec, though. Right? I thought capitals weren't really allowed in high sec at all. Oh, okay. That's very interesting. What's up? What was that? Okay, this is an agent's thing. As soon as possible, if you're interested, this mission is of utmost importance. We even will not go unnoticed in the world. Okay. So we'll come back to that once we're done with the epic arc.
Warp drive active.
Shouldn't use the guns or you get banned. That's fair. You're just flying around, you aren't harming anyone. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true enough. And like, how epic is it to just pull up to a station in Jedha, in like a capital? Even if you can't fire the weapons, like the intimidation factor is huge. I feel like if you're a corporation and you have a capital ship in high sec, you almost have to run some sort of public event
Warp drive active.
to like see if someone can take it down. So like you don't fire at all, you just have your shields and whatever. Oh yeah, that's true. Because a lot of seasoned players even have never seen a cap ship up front, like up close. I know I haven't.
Docking permission requested. Docking request.
That would be pretty fun, actually. Just to see that. Okay. Opportunities. Okay. Stars on the spy. Alright, with those records replaced, our agent is Tahaki Karen. What happened to the real one? Electronically speaking, she's a non-person. She's alive and safe, though. If she wants better, she shouldn't have joined the society. Wow. These are humanitarians. Let me say that. Now we need to get our Karen into place. I filed a travel request in her name, which the society has granted. All you need to do is rendezvous with a society transport and drop her off. Once that's done, we just have to wait for her to tell us where Dagon is. Yeah, let's do this. Really? I will have to check that out because I've been to Omar, but I didn't notice the Titans. I'll have to look for them the next time I'm there. Yeah. That would be cool. Alright, so let's grab Karen. Aki Karen. And let's undock. Meet up with this Society transport. And try to refrain from blowing it up. So maybe I have seen them. I just didn't know that that's what they were, but... let's warp to location. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to check that out. It's like, honestly, the Omar Titans are really cool. Some of my favorites in the game. Read details. To the SOCT Luxury Spaceliner. Okay. Here. Thing. All. Okay. Open cargo. I don't know. I just like the look of him. That's just me. You are, of course, entitled to your own opinion, and that is a-okay. Welcome, everybody. Doing the Sisters of Eve Epic arc, coming up near the end here of the arc. Got just under an hour left on the stream. Should be able to finish it up tonight. If you are not following yet, definitely go ahead and do that. You can get notifications about when we go live, which is great for you, and it's great for the channel too. I have a lead on our potential son, Dagon. He needs to be taken down for everyone's good. The Republic will watch your back. Okay. Alright, let's dock back up, because that mission is done. I don't know if I've really looked at the Caldari or Minmatar ones. No, I did not miss that you said Winmatar. Ugh. Let's see theirs first. Oh. I like the name.
Docking permission requested. Docking
Yeah.
request accepted.
Design's not for me. And let's look at the Caldari one real quick. Also love the name on this. But like, what's with that little front piece? Don't love it. I like it better than the Minmatar one, I'll say that. Oh. Just always close all tabs, thank you. But now, let's look at a true Titan. Yes. Avatar. Ship that looks like you could dive into the sun with no repercussions whatsoever. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's get on with this mission here. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. The Minmatar ships are known to be nice and zippy, so. Without, like, boosters? That's crazy. Oh, that's insane. For a Titan? That's too fast. Even if it is with boosters, that's insanely fast for a Titan. That's not something you want to see coming towards you that quickly. Alright, let's request a mission. Alright, Karen's information is still coming in, but if you really want to find Dagon, you're going to have to help us deal with a little problem. The Society of Conscious Thought has deployed a refitted cruiser, the Omnipresence, nearby. With a substantial escort. Great ship name, by the way. We think they may be recording our local communications. If they are, there's a good chance they'll be able to decipher them and root out our agent. The Society will certainly murder our sister if they uncover her identity. We need you to locate the Omnipresence and destroy her. If necessary, engage her escort, but try not to destroy them. The loss of human life would be catastrophic. Alright, so we're just gonna zip in, kill this main ship, and get out. That's not my usual style. I do like to just destroy everything, but not today, I guess. Okay, I guess that makes sense. You're trading all the heavy armor plating and stuff that you would normally have with Titan for the advantage of, like, just crazy speed. My personal preference is to have all the armor plating, and we'll get there when we get there. But preferably be able to shoot from like 1,000 miles away. But yeah, I do get speed is also useful in combat, almost as much as armor, so makes sense. Okay, so the Society Spy is the one that we want to destroy. So let's keep it range 8 kilometers. Turn on our afterburner. Can actually hit that with lasers too. Honestly, let's dive right in there. Because if there's a wreck, I want to loot. I'm probably not going to salvage it, obviously. Nope, no loot to grab. Okay, let's recover our drones and then get the heck out of here. R.
Warp drive
Actually, I'm trying data traffic between you and the servant Sisters of Eve. Now don't get excited. We're on the same side here. The state will help you get Dagon, as long as you hand him over to us once you've got him. Okay, so this is all the Empires making their pitch for, like, who you want the relationships boost with. That makes sense. Block this and approach. Since the escort left, I will go ahead and salvage this. That's just crazy. I mean, yeah, that's nuts. And while I'm doing this, I can repair my drone, so I don't have to do that later. Targets. It just sort of comes from the center of the ship, but it gives me this cool little radar dish on the thing, so. Alright, let's dock him back up and dock back up at the station.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, 3,000 meters per second is pretty fast. I would not want to be trying to run from you, because that sounds absolutely insane. Like, awesome insane. But yeah, absolutely insane. Even 1,600 meters per second is still, like, really fast.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright, let's start our conversation. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can pump it up to be just like absolutely crazy. Excellent work. The Omnipresence has been destroyed, and there's no indication that she managed to inform her society masters. Will be resuming contact with Karen immediately. Chasing shadows. Reminds me. Our salvage and item hanger. Our agent hasn't been able to determine where Dagon is. Man, she has taken a long time. But in decoding her sensory data, we managed to pick up a clue. An Amarr pilot named Kristen Parthas recently delivered a cargo of drone parts to Dagon. These parts were black market and may have been scavenged from some of your recent battles. Not my drones. I haven't lost a single one. We contacted Parthas. He's an independent operator but wouldn't see the light. We've managed to locate him by tracking his communications signals. Unfortunately, it will be necessary for you to bring him in for a meeting under duress. Okay. Our archive data suggests that Parthas will travel with a small contingent of support ships, identify his command vessel, destroy it, and bring him to me personally. Eliminate the squadron and bring Kristen Parthas back for interrogation. Sounds good. I mean, yeah, those are some downsides for sure. But hey, I mean, if the goal is to just go super fast and like get up close and do what you need to do up close, then I'd say you got it. And for 4 billion ISK, it should do that really well. Yes. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog can eat your dust. Like, literally.
Warp drive active.
Alright, so we're going to orbit them. Okay. Lock it down. Let's get the afterburner on. That's the one we're not going to shoot until we're done here. And let's launch our drones. Go ahead and drop our MTU. Targets. Targets. Alright, cap neutralized and tracking disrupted. Alright, anyone else coming to your aid? Don't look like it.
Capacitor is empty.
That's fine. Don't let it be empty. The drones will do what they need to do.
The capacitor is empty.
Yeah, it's an option. Mostly I just like the Amarr ships. Like the look. I know they're not the most efficient ships that are out there. Okay, well, that's me off a little bit. Let's move out to 30 km. It's something to consider though, because like I do like the drone stuff. And I keep saying I'm gonna look at like the Caldari and Minotaur ships and see if they really have anything drone at all. But I haven't yet. Here, we open cargo. Okay, that's an Amarr citizen you've kidnapped, pilot. But if I understand your motives correctly, we can overlook that. Once you've extracted Dagon's location, we'll help you bring the Hammer of God down on that person. Especially person-y person. Oh yeah, definitely going to... I'm just going to let the tractor pull it in, but I'm definitely going to loot it, yes. 100%. Don't you worry, Ivan. And yeah, I would love to get some of the Grista ships. They look very nice. So. And I kind of love that they have the whole thing where like you're only using a couple of the drones appropriate to that ship style. Yeah, thank you for that. I want to target the drone. Thank you. Okay, we can come back in. We can loot all this stuff. Oh. Alright, looks like all the wrecks are here, so let's go ahead and scoop our MTU. And make sure we don't leave that behind. Yeah. Yeah, I did know the salvage mostly goes towards making ship rigs. That's why I like to grab it. Now, I don't know like what kind of rigs I can make with this lower tier salvage. Probably nothing super great. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, it is free ISK, 100%. Like, if you want to take the time to do it, and especially if you have the MTU, it's so easy. You just drop that while you're fighting. It loots everything for you, and then collects all the wrecks, so you don't have to jet all over the map. I gotta turn this off, obviously. Yeah, it's real nice. It was an expensive, probably the most expensive piece of this setup, but well worth it. Okay. So that's going to be this coloration behind the things. I heard people refer to the colors, but I wasn't sure like what they were talking about. I mean, I knew the blue stuff was like rarer, but I didn't know like what exactly it applied to, so that is helpful information. Thank you. Come on. Ah, it's always the last wreck. Always the last one. Does not want to salvage right away. This is why I need my salvage frigate.
Warp drive active.
Okay. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. For sure. Because like if you're doing the higher level missioning, like even just missions, you're usually flying a cruiser or better. Yeah, 100%.
Docking permission requested.
Everything.
Docking request accepted.
There we go. I wasn't sure if it was going to dock me or not, but got it. Alright, let's get this extra stuff out of the bay. You really do accumulate a lot of random stuff during these missions. Oh, go away. Like, decent stuff, too. I'm not mad about. Alright, let's complete this. I'll handle questioning Parthas. Rest assured, you will be treated humanely and compensated well. Sure. Just like everyone else you interrogated. Alright. We finally determined Dagon's location. It appears that he's outfitting another expedition. If he successfully acquires more of those drones, and worse, maintains control of them, he and his clients will be able to wreak terrible destruction across the cluster. I'm sure you can take out Dagon yourself, but it looks like he's hired some muscle. You've made some Imperial contacts, yes? They might be able to clear a path for you to engage Dagon. The Empires will want Dagon not just for justice, but for his knowledge. Accept their help, but consider delivering him into our merciful hands instead. We'll spare him, and make sure his knowledge does no harm. You have to make a choice between the Empires. Which one do you want to help you in taking down Dagon? Alright, Silent, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. And thank you for the company during the stream. It's been very good. Alright. So I assume this is where I'm making the choice for like which empire I want the relations boost with, and it's going to be Caldari. Alright, we're going to accept this choice. Endings towards you. Okay. Stay alive, friend. Well, that's the plan. Alright, report to Adane Yusuf. Sounds good. Let's set that as our destination. Close this. And let's grab our junk. And on dock. Eli dies in a ball of fire. I certainly hope not. I know Dagon is supposed to be like the toughest fight in this arc, but I think I got him. Alright, just 5 jumps, that's not terrible. Howdy everybody. We've got a few folks watching. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Got some enemies on the gate, but that's not a problem for me. That's a problem for somebody else. And granted, I was in a 100 mil tech destroying. I mean, yeah, that's fair. No, I've heard everyone say you need like at least 150 DPS to comfortably take him down, and I've got over that when I switched my crystals over to the Gamma S, so I think I'll be fine. But yes, so those watching, if you're not currently a follower, please consider following. It helps our weekly goal, helps out the channel, and you do get notifications when we go live, so helps you guys out too in that way. 430 DPS. Yeah, I think that would take care of him, certainly. Good lord. We also have a poll up, if you haven't seen it, for what we should do once we're done with the epic arc. So feel free to vote on that and help me decide. Otherwise, I have to do it. Yeah, I can imagine. That's what, like 3 times the amount of DPS you need? Technically, so that would certainly knock him out pretty quick. Working with my corp is definitely on the options list. There's some things that they have asked me not to stream, which is totally fine. I get that. And yeah, not a big deal. Just like mining ops and whatever. They want to make sure we're not getting stream sniped or anything. That's cool. Yeah. But yeah, if we do like missions together at Faction Warfare, I just need to let the people know that I'm going to stream and make sure that's okay with them. But it is something I would like to do, for sure. Yes. I mean, it's Eve. You're never safe anywhere, technically, so aren't we all just a little paranoid? That's like a part of the game, almost. Okay, Captain Kirk. I mean, with $5 billion plus ships and 8 years of piloting experience, I'm sure you probably don't lose ships very often. And that is great. I aspire to be that one day. All right. Okay, that's fair. Yeah. You don't lose ships you don't intend to lose. And that makes sense. Alright, where is this person? Warp to location.
Warp drive active.
I'm like, I'm in system. No station is highlighted. That's okay. Alright, let's do a roll here. Alright, how do I start a conversation with you, buddy? Go info. Oh, jeez, okay. T2 frigates. Yeah, I mean, if you've got the money to do it, why wouldn't you? Alright, now I'm confused. Track. There we go. Goodness gracious. Our man Dagon. We're ready when you are. My forces will disarm the station, engage Dagon, and retrieve him from his pod. Sounds good. Warp to location.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the money to burn 50 mil ships like that, I mean, why the heck not? I'm not there yet, so the idea of losing a 50 mil ship kind of hurts my heart ever so slightly. Alright, we're gonna finish him off last. Okay, I need to orbit you on cam. Our fighters. Oh, that's fair too. What do we got? Target painting. That's not a big deal. Honestly. And launch yourself. Forgot to unload all my crap, but that's okay. No, don't attack Dagon yet. And I have to bring her on. Alright, now we can attack Dagon. And let's switch to our gammas. Put some DPS into this guy. We're making some progress here. If we can orbit a little closer. Shield tanking instead of armor tanking? Like, his shields are holding pretty solid. Oh, there we go. Starting to get him down a little bit. Yes. This might take a while. Yes, unfortunately, we don't all have T2 and T3 destroyers doing 400 plus DPS. One day, perhaps, but today is not that day for me. Oh yeah, I'm sure. That'd be fantastic. Yeah, I was aware of that. And I do plan on running some eventually. Probably won't start with level 4s. Obviously. But yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. How many wrecks are there? Well, I didn't destroy all those, but I'm glad somebody did. Gonna be salvaging for a while. Alright, we're into armor. Managed to recharge the shields a little bit. But we've done damage through the shields, so that's good. I should have put I was gonna say a neutralizer on this, but those don't really work on NPCs, do they? Yeah, apparently. I'm kind of glad he doesn't have it though, because that helps me out. Come on, guys. Get through those shields. Why would you? Nobody wants that. At least this new bro doesn't want that. I know. It'll toughen them up. Prepare them for the realities of the world of New Eden. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's going down. Yeah, I mean, when I did my first character, that was pretty much the whole thing. Got him. Alright. Open cargo. So let's approach this. Wait, do we have him? Yeah, actually when I started I was Caldari, and the Bantam was the mining ship instead of the Venture, because the Venture didn't exist yet. So that tells you how old I am. Alright, is he in here? Yes, he is. Loot everything. Stack everything. Are all the wrecks right here? Looks like they are. So let's scoop our MTU. And let's get to salvaging. And when we started that fight, I was a little concerned that 150 TPS might not be enough. Oh wow, okay, yeah, so you get it. No tutorials, no fancy mining frigates, just bare bones roughing it. Back in the days when even mining barges and exhumers weren't really a thing. You had to do battleships to do anything better than your racial mining frigate. Fun time, you know. Like, it gets fancier and they add cool new stuff. Obviously, Abyssals didn't exist back then. A lot of stuff didn't exist back then. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that was a while ago. Good times, though. Yeah, no, I believe it. I believe it. I don't think I started quite that early on my other character, but yeah, they definitely didn't have everything they have now. Even when I started, so. Like, when I came back to the game this time, I was literally like, what is all of this stuff? Like, I literally had to learn so much new stuff, it was insane. Oh my gosh. Yes. I mean, that... Yeah, that's crazy. I think they're trying for, like, balance. So I get that. It's not necessarily to make it easier. They want to remove barriers to entry, obviously, because they're trying to make money. So the more people that play, the more subscriptions they end up getting, and it's better for them all around. But oh yeah, people screw things up all the time, 100%. I don't know. I think the game's in a pretty good state at this point. Obviously, there's things that I would love to see added, little tweaks here and there, and there's some things that are too convoluted for me to like even mess with. Like, I don't know that I'll ever do any of the Homefront content. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that going on in Null, but their corporations and alliances have kind of secured that space so they can sort of do that. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's right, or that it's like... I don't know. I'm not sure I've formed a whole opinion on that yet, but... yeah, I've never been out to nullsec, so it's not an issue I've really even considered. I know the more subscriptions there are, the more money CCP makes, and the longer they can keep the game running, so in a way that's good for everyone. But yeah, like, one person running 10 accounts at the same time seems a little crazy. Yeah, I did see a YouTube video where someone was saying that if you're in one of those nullsec corporations that just has their space absolutely locked down like that, it's not really dangerous if you're in that corporation. It's like, and of course this was before the filaments and stuff came out, but yeah, they were saying it really takes all of the danger aspect out of it, because you're just pretty well protected by your corp. Yeah. I mean, for sure. I mean, we even said it earlier in the stream that paranoia is kind of a part of the game, and if you're in null, protected on every side by your corp, you just kind of lose that. Like, it is great income, 100%. But, yeah. Alright, you set a fine example. We will show reels of the fight in Corpse Academy for years. Alright, well, set aside a whole day, because it took a minute. As per our agreement with the Sisters of Eve, we will turn Dagon over to their care. A Sisters of Eve ship awaits his delivery. Sister Elatura assures me Dagon will be treated humanely. Yeah, that's what she says. Not sure I buy it. To locale. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean that does make it pretty safe. Now with asset safety doesn't apply to wormholes, right? I think I had heard that. Hence the freighter trick that you guys do, but right, hello old friend, simply deposit Dagon in the Wreath prison transport and your long journey will be at an end. No matter what you see, I must ask you to stay calm and do not fire. Okay. Yeah, let's open this thing. They're gonna blow up the ship, aren't they? Treated humanely my buttocks. I didn't believe that for a second. Yeah. Which is why I respect the wormhole thing so much, because, like, that is a place where the risk is not removed. Certainly. What the heck is that? That was left of an Amarr Titan? Kinda looks like the front of one. And it's sort of awesome. Alright. Go this way. Told you had nothing to fear, pilot. Thanks to your help, the rogue drones need no longer be a hindrance to our efforts. Return to your commander and tell him Dagon will no longer trouble the empires. Farewell, perhaps there is hope for your kind yet. Let's warp to your location.
Warp drive active.
I'm waiting to see them, like, blow this ship up. As I warp away. Dang. But yeah, still definitely respect people that take the risk. I mean, if the nullsec grind is your thing in a giant corp with no risk, I guess it'd be relaxing, but I don't know. Not exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah, let's complete. The rogue drones did what? That's the darndest thing. I've heard that they can think for themselves, but I've never heard of them just watching like that. There's something much larger going on than we realize. Regardless, you've been a tremendous help to the Caldari state, whether you continue your efforts defending the empires or forge your own empires with your fellow Capsuleers in the depths of lawless space. Know that you have proven your worth as a demigod. Oh, close. I guess that's it. So let's find a station and dock up. Not here, apparently. Let's look at personal assets. Where's my stuff? Here. That destination. 25 jumps. Okay. Let's go. All right, and that's actually the stream for tonight. We are about 3 minutes over the time that I intended to go to, but no big deal. I am going to dock up in a station, and then for those of you who are still here, if you haven't followed, please follow. If you haven't voted, feel free to vote, and I think we'll do a raid if y'all are up for it. I don't know who's online, but we'll see who's out there, and we'll do some raiding. Okay, Ivan, good night, sir. Been a pleasure, as always.
Warp drive active.
Yes, actually, I stopped mid warp. No, I can't do that while warping. So when I'm gearing up for it, I can, but once I warp, I'm warping. And that's all there is to it. Okay. Yeah, well, let's dock up here.
Warp drive active.
And while we are docking, let me get into Twitch account and set up a raid.
Docking
Will do, sir.
permission
Thank you.
requested. Docking
Oh, I'm sorry.
request
Nope.
accepted.
Can go away. Settle. Here's the channel. Okay. That one's intended for mature audiences, so let's cancel that. That one's intended for mature audiences, so let's cancel that. And let's mute my stream on there. And let's try the next smallest. Trying to stay family friendly, so. Here we go. 4 seconds till the raid. 1. And raid now.
And only one brand was named the 2024
Of course, it's an ad as soon as we come in.
Subaru, with 8 vehicles that are recommended.
Gotta
models.
love that.
Outback, Ascent, Legacy, Impreza, WRX, BRZ, and 2024 top picks Crosstrek and Forester. Safe, reliable, trusted, loved. Subaru.
Get 2.9% APR for 72 months on a new Subaru Outback during the Subaru A Lot to Love event going on now.
Okay, what's up with your boyfriend? Ever since he got AT&T's best deal on the new Samsung Galaxy, anda súper abusado.
Pushing yourself can push you to the limit. Reach for more power and rise to a whole new level of recovery with high-quality protein to build muscle, so you can power up. Champion
All right, guys. Let's treat this streamer well. Have a good time. I'm sure they will be doing something fun. But I am off off for the night. I appreciate you guys watching. It's been a good stream. Have a good night.